petitions aren't pointless.
They're talking about an outdated version of Martin Luther King's approach. We need a Malcolm X approach now.
Enough is enough.
Brother, what do you think?
Me?
Yeah, you. Are you going to the protest?
Actually, I'm not. I'm on my way to a farmer's market. Not to mention, I hate marching. I have plantar fasciitis. Look how flat these feet are. I mean, it is... I'm not saying I don't think people should protest. I just don't know if protesting is for me. I mean, think about it. 5 years, 135 murders, thousands of protests, and only 3 convictions. It's numbers like that that make it hard to have hope, you know? My white friend just texted me, "You matter." It takes a black person getting murdered for them to all of a sudden be activated. He just texted me, "How can I help?" He wants to know how he can help. If white people want to help, they can start by not killing innocent black people and not killing my Instagram feed with their white guilt. If you really want to help, let black people cut at the DMV sometimes. Look, I know they're never going to give us financial reparations, right? But we could get some black privileges. During Black History Month, we can park in all handicapped spaces and drive in the carpool lane without a passenger. Look, I'm not looking for a fast track in life. I'm just looking for a fast track up I-95. You know, I condemn white people for posting Black Lives Matter, but at least they did something. I didn't do anything. I felt paralyzed because I was afraid that my white family would think that I was ashamed of them, or my black family would think that I was a poser who was just hopping on some protest bandwagon. I mean, I was really conflicted. When you're biracial, you think, I'm gonna have the best of both worlds. But the truth is, you're always gonna be too black for white people and not black enough for black people. That's my identity struggle. I have to talk about my parents. They were an interracial couple in the 1970s. That was 45 years PB, pre-Bridgerton, right? So they had to get married in secret. Meet Grammy. My grandmother was so pissed. She said, "How could you do this to me, baby? After everything we done been through, you're gonna replace me with a white woman?" And it was in that moment that my mom had the courage to stand up and say, "Listen, I want you to know that by denying us our love, you're only perpetuating the very same racism that you fought so hard against." She couldn't believe my mom said that. He took a step back, looked at my mom and said, "Bitch, ain't nobody talking to you. If you don't sit your white ass down, you don't pay no bills in this house." It was the morning of the OJ trial. The country was in racial turmoil. This verdict was gonna set a racial precedent for our country moving forward. She gave me a speech that I would never forget. In this house, we don't see color. We are colorblind. You are no different than anyone else. I want you to remember that. And I felt amazing. And then I watched my mom walk to the door, kiss my dad goodbye, and I got to the window and I waved. And then my dad looked at me and said, "Everything that white woman just told you is a fucking lie. But don't tell her I said that. Up until this point, I've allowed you to believe that you are both black and white. Make no mistake about it, you are black, because that's the way the world's gonna perceive you. And if shit hits the fan, your mama's side of the family will sell you out quicker than a fork in an oatmeal factory." My dad's metaphors were weird as fuck, okay? I had no idea what he was saying, but when an old black man's on a roll, you just kind of gotta let him go. I remember the first time I heard the N-word, and we had to read To Kill a Mockingbird in class. And it was my best friend Neil's turn to read out loud. Poor Neil. "It's not your fault if Uncle Atticus is a nigger lover." And it would be the first time I would feel my white half and my black half actually split inside of me. And I would have my first internal interracial debate. "Yo, what the fuck did he just say?" "Chill, brah, he was just reading it." "I don't care, man. You're gonna have to fuck him up." "But that's Neil. We're totally supposed to sleep over his house this weekend." So it turns out that Mormons own Ancestry.com. They have the largest ancestry library in the entire world. I want to see where I come from. So we started with my dad's side of the family. This is a census from the 1850s. Back then, slaves weren't listed by their name, but by their slave owner's name. Edmund Posley, 122 male black, 120 male black, 119 female black. They weren't even human. They were items. And one of these items was my family. And of course, my friend, he felt awful, right? So he said, Bill, let me make it up to you, man. Maybe we can trace your mom's side of the family. Then a real fear came over me. There's a real chance that my white family could have owned my black family. And then that sent me into a fucking panic attack. If you heed nothing else from this conversation, remember this: never date a white woman. Take it from me and OJ. Dating white women is nothing but trouble, trouble, trouble. You see, if you're around them and anything happens to them, you will always be suspect number one. I drove through a red light camera, signed up for a Ponzi scheme, and went to Dairy Queen. I came back 2.5 hours later with a ticket, Herbalife, and an ice cream cone. She looked at me and said, motherfucker, where were you? I could have died. I looked at her and said, bitch, me too. Despite my father's warnings, I decided to start dating a white girl in college. So then she sends this: all my friends who've been with black guys say it's just like it is in the porno. Porno? So I just decided to hop on the internet and Google how to have sex like a black guy in a porno, okay? What do y'all think number one is? That's right, a big old dick. Which I don't have. I have a big heart. But don't worry, I would go down on her for 45 minutes to make it up to her. Why? Because that's my white side, right? So then it finally happened, the day I became black. I decided to start running through Beverly Hills at midnight in a hoodie. And I hear, whoop, whoop. They pull me over and say, hey, we got a report that somebody's been disturbing the peace. He said, hey man, let me see your ID. You a little far away from your neighborhood, aren't you, son? So I went to reach for my phone, but before I could, his partner grabbed my arm and they put me in the back of the car to run a background check to see if I had any warrants. I'm sitting back there and I realized, oh, I'm black. That is the way the world's gonna perceive me. And for all those people who texted me that my life mattered, prove it.
Black lives matter. 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 Black lives matter.
After that incident with the cop, I went back to work at Starbucks. And one of my coworkers, he said, cheer up, at least we're not picking cotton. I couldn't believe he said that to me. If these were actually slave times, well, there's no way I'd be in the field picking cotton with him. I mean, come on. I'm a house nigger. For the love of God, I'm half white, people. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Now, I think you're old enough for your first Roots marathon.